know what, if you've had a mouthful of candy, or you end up having a mouthful of candy after Halloween, don't throw away the Halloween candy wrappers.
Why?
Well, we're going to find out. Our earth-friendly and passionate environmentalist, Sophie Uliano, is back to show us a fun and inventive way for kids to recycle those wrappers at Halloween.
Yes, Sophie.
Hey, hi Paige. I'm really excited to show you this. It's a very unique way, actually, to recycle, and it's actually to upcycle your candy wrappers, which is a step beyond recycling.
Well, it's all very fascinating to me because most people don't think that you can even recycle the candy wrappers and things like that because of the waxy paper. They don't think it's recyclable.
And it's not. You're absolutely right. When wax is combined with paper, most recycling facilities do not accept it, like milk cartons, etc.
But you're telling us about an organization that can do something with it that's useful.
Yes, I'm absolutely passionate about this because I do it with my daughter every year. So it's a company which is called TerraCycle. TerraCycle.com is the website you go to. Now, what TerraCycle do is they take your candy wrappers and many other items of trash as well, but let's talk about candy wrappers today. And they will accept them, you send them to them, and I'll explain to you how in a second, and they upcycle them, which means that they transform them into a consumer product which was even better than the original thing. So as you can see here, they've got lunch bags, they've got homework folders, they've got speakers, pencil cases, even plant pots, playground furniture. It is awesome, and you can also buy these products, and they're so cute. But do you want to know how it works?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it's really incredibly...
So instead of all this going into the landfill...
It would normally go to the landfill.
It can be used for products that people can purchase.
Yes, and there's other really cool things as well, which I'll explain to you. So the first thing that you would do is you would go, we probably need a little password here.
Let me jump in here.
Oh, good, Mark's
I'll crack the system.
Guy, he'll crack it. While he's doing that, I'll explain to you. Thank you very much.
That's not it.
Yeah, it's not
anyway, I'll explain to you as he's doing this. It's sort of shaking.
I'll be right back.
Thank you, he'll be right back. So what you are going to do is you will go to the TerraCycle.com website.
Okay.
So TerraCycle.com. And you basically choose, thank you very much. Oh, here it is, thank you. So you will pick a brigade. And for Halloween, what I'm going to suggest is that you pick the candy wrapper brigade. This is actually a really fun thing to do with your kids. So if your kids are old enough, get them to do it, or do it with your kids. And they're like, oh, wow, this is great. And it shows very clearly here how the whole thing works. So you pick your brigade and you basically sign up. Very, very easy. Now, once you've signed up, all you need to do is collect as many candy wrappers as you can get your hands on. So get your kids to go nuts after Halloween.
Well, because there's a reward system.
There's a big reward system. So what they'll do is they'll collect all the wrappers, then you put them in an envelope or a box. Now, the really cool thing is you download a shipping label, which is prepaid, so it's completely free to stick on your envelope. You send it in.
Or your box.
Or your box. I mean, some people, I've
right.
packed huge trash bags before. Send it into them free of charge. They will get it, and not only will they transform it into all these really cool goods, but you earn points. And you earn points, which is basically money, cash, which can go towards your school, your community, your church, or your local charity. And you get to pick where that money goes to. And I think it's about a point, which is a penny per item. So huge, huge incentive for your kids. And I did it at my daughter's school last 2 years, and these kids went nuts just collecting armfuls of candy wrappers because it was so exciting to them that they could actually give something back to their community.
Yeah, and something that would normally literally just be thrown away. So it's very interesting that you were talking about the Halloween candy brigade and the candy wrappers, but there are other things like there are many different brigades.
Plastic bottles. Yes, and you get to basically pick what you sign up for. So, for instance, if you know your school, the kids use a lot of juice boxes, sign up for the juice box brigade. If you know that they eat a lot of, crackers or whatever, sign up for that. And the great thing is that you can also sign up for multiple brigades. So my daughter and I signed up for about 8 of them because obviously the more the better, the more money you make, the more points you get.
Can but you can't send them all in the same envelope or box. You have to, each brigade has to be shipped.
It's completely free. So each one, that is a really good point, because what we did at my daughter's school was that we created these trash cans and the kids decorated them. So one trash can they decorated with pouches, juice pouches. So the kids knew, oh, that's where they go.
Well, this is a very exciting website. To date, the money that has been collected by TerraCycle is $4,645,836.
Can I donate
over
right now?
Over $4.5 million.
I would like to donate to you and your daughter's fund. I just want to help out.
Well, you can actually send it to your kids.
Well, because I like you, Sophie. I want to make sure that you guys. I'll just put it here.
So the website is pretty. It's user-friendly, right?
It's
we picked our brigade.
User-friendly. You
sign up,
and then that's it. And then once you're done, you'll provide the most important thing is to choose the school or the charity that you want the points to go to.
And the website will take you through that.
It takes you through. It's very user-friendly.
Fantastic.
You got your mouth full.
I do have my mouth
full. Read that now.
You ready?
Go for it.
Later on, we're going to meet up with Sophie. We're going to be in the kitchen giving me something else to eat with pumpkins.
I love stuff to eat.
Yummy, yummy pumpkin stuff.
No waste.
No waste. Pumpkin soup and pumpkin
Everything is so green
seeds.
with you. Watch this. This is no waste either.
It's going to your waste. Coming up, we're going to go outside for a performance by acclaimed singer-songwriter Brett Dennen, who you love.
I love Brett Dennen. Love it.
All right, out we go.
That we smell so good when Sophie stops by. Got some wonderful stuff to share with us. We have to thank Cameron because how awesome was he in that suit? I have to get that suit from him.
That was great.
My kids and I, we'd wrestle in the backyard forever. And that thing. Real quick, want to tell you about our Dream Vacation Sweepstakes, which closed on Wednesday night. That was for Cabo San Lucas. We're ready to announce that winner right here on Monday, but next week's vacation destination is
Puerto Vallarta.
Yay! We'll tell you all about that coming up, but let's get into this. This is so good, it smells so good, and Sophie Uliano is here, and she's got all sorts of ideas for us to create. Is it really holiday gift time?
It is, it is, but you want to get a head start on it.
Yeah, so we want to keep it nice.
They do in the stores, so why shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I love making my own holiday gifts is because, well, skincare holiday gifts, is because you can make something at home that is as good, if not better quality than anything you can buy at a store. It is natural, non-toxic, beautiful, and it's really inexpensive. And the inexpensive thing really appeals to me because in this because in the basket here, each of these are less than $2. So you would go into a sort of upscale beauty supply store and you could buy this for upwards of $20, $30.
$65.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I was actually, yes, you're right. Yeah. So, and less than $2. So let me show you what we've got in the basket and the 1, 2, 3, 4 different things that you can make.
Okay.
So the first is actually one of my favorite for the holidays, and it's the Spicy Holiday Sugar Scrub. And Paige, you would probably know that it is. These are upwards of $60, these sort of things in a store.
I do like a spa.
I do like a spa. Mark, would you like to make this for us?
I would love to.
This is how easy it is to make. Okay. So simply, we've got here 1 cup of sesame oil.
I was right. I was smelling sesame when we were over there.
And sesame oil is really, really good for your skin. It's very, very good
for the oil you cook with.
No, it's different. It's what you would buy from, you know, the health food store, the body section.
Okay.
Now, Mark, you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
That's the scrub part.
That's the scrubby part, yes.
In it goes.
And then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of ground cloves.
Oh, get in there.
Yum,
get in there.
That's the holiday spicy thing.
Very good.
And then 2 teaspoons of, what am I saying, grated orange zest.
Orange zest.
that gives
And
it
it
that
goes,
extra.
and it
And you
goes.
can mix it up. Don't be afraid.
Okay.
Really give it a good
I'm gonna be
mix.
afraid.
And then the final ingredient is optional, and the final ingredient is dried rose petals. I love that if you can get them. I dry them from my yard in the summer.
Well, look how pretty
Look how
it
pretty.
makes
And
it.
this is the final end. And you can get really creative with your
Can you see
jars.
this? Look
the
at this.
decorating your jars. And smell it, Paige. Smell it. It smells so good.
Wow.
So let's move on to scrub number
You could eat
2.
that. Literally, you could eat that.
You could eat it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scrub number 2 is a peppermint foot scrub. Now, this foot scrub is amazing for women who like to go and have pedicures. Do you like a pedicure? And I made Paige take off her shoes because it
I
would
am
make me too
not.
short.
No matter how
She had
much you
high
love a
heels.
spa, I'm not going to give you a
Right,
wanna
so,
smell your feet anymore.
now this
No.
one here, sweet almond oil, love sweet almond oil for a lot of these scrubs, inexpensive. We are going to add 3/4 cup of salt.
Salt this time.
Would you like to do this, Mark?
Yeah, of course I would. That's what I...
And this, your wife will love
Okay.
this. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of dried mint.
Okay. You want to... I'm not...
And we are going to add 30 drops of peppermint essential oil. You don't have to be too exact, just go for it. And Paige, 15 drops of tea tree. Now, let me tell you about essential oils while we're adding these. So, essential oils are amazing because they are therapeutic. So, they're much better for scenting skincare than synthetics, obviously, because it's natural. But also, they're therapeutic. So, peppermint and especially tea tree oil are antibacterial. So, amazing for a foot scrub. Okay,
Wow,
isn't that
that's
amazing?
great.
It smells so
That's
good.
And they're also pretty.
Yes,
That's the other thing.
you
They're
know,
beautiful.
Here's the other thing: is it's all about getting very creative when you package them. So you can put little berries or green ribbons or red ribbons. You can also reuse mason jars, jelly jars.
Okay, so what's the
Now,
third one?
moving on, we have one here which is actually my favorite. Now, this is a lemon hand scrub. And this one, if you want to do this one, Paige, we don't have it. Well, I'll just talk you through this one. Okay. Olive oil, lemon juice, salt, grated lemon zest, and lavender essential oil. You keep it by the sink, put it in a beautiful, pretty jar. And when you scrub your hands with it, it's also moisturizing. So it's also you don't need a moisturizer afterwards. It is incredible, this
Yeah,
one.
Haley, our prep chef, came up and she's like, Phil, she did it.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants that. When I make it at home, everybody wants to make it or
Yeah.
buy it, and I say, no, make it. And then finally, this one is, again, you go to a store, upwards of whatever, 20, 30 bucks for a lavender mussel soak. This one is so easy to make. It is simply Epsom salts, one of my very favorite ingredients
Talk
from the
about cheap.
drugstore. Talk about cheap, but the best thing because it's magnesium for achy muscles. So a cup of salt. Then if you can add some dried lavender, it makes it really, really beautiful. You can also add a few drops of lavender essential oil.
But is lavender important for the actual mussel soak itself? Because I don't like the smell of lavender.
No,
I could
it's
use
not.
anything.
No, you could use anything. You can just use the two, or you could use a different essential oil. You could use a lemon essential oil, tea tree, rose, anything, just to make it a beautiful scent.
And to make it pretty looking.
And to make it very pretty looking, yes.
These are great. These are just so wonderful. Thank you, Sophie.
And
what
so
a great
inexpensive,
thing.
which is...
So inexpensive. And what I do is I make them for my daughter's teachers. Mother-in-law, you're going to be getting some. And so it's a great, you can get stocked up on them now. Make them
Well, if
early.
you want to find more recipes, you can find them in Sophie's book, Do It Gorgeously, and they're also available on her website, gorgeouslygreen.com. And next, we're going to play charades.
I'm gonna
Which,
walk
in
away
this
like
day and
this.
age with games, like we got the Wii and we got the video games, and we're not in touch.
We're going old
Kind of like
school.
old school games,
Yeah.
like
Old school.
charades.
I
You
like
know,
old
It's a great
school.
family,
Yeah.
it's a great family thing.
to do.
We got to bring them back.
And you're going down.
It's a
Tell me
lost.
that. You're
It's
losing.
a lost art.
You're losing.
Oh no! I've
Oh,
won
yes, you-
every single game and competition we've had on the show for the last 2 weeks.
That
You're
pie was a
losing.
cheap shot. That pie,
You
know.
lost. I
That
won
was a
fair and
cheap
square,
shot.
buddy.
You two, stop!
You deserve it.
Too bad, Caddy, your meal ticket's been pulled. Too bad.
Yeah, right.
Hold hands.
And you can't use like numbers.
Have you never played charades?
I've never played charades. And I'm gonna be terrible
What?
at it. Yeah.
No way.
I'm not very good
You
at
have
it.
like 2 words. First word.
That's why he's teaching me like what to do. And it's like, oh man.
First 2 syllables.
So you okay.
Yep.
Oh, like
So car. Okay.
You are going to want to make an extra big turkey this year because there's nothing better than having leftovers. And we have the greatest recipe for you today. It is a turkey corn chowder, and Sophia Uliano is here to make all these wonderful leftover recipes. And we're going to start with the soup first.
We're going to start with the soup. Now, the thing that I love about these recipes is that, number one, they are very easy to make. So once we've been in the kitchen for the whole of Thanksgiving, you wanted something very quick and easy, if you've got guests. They're very healthy. This one is really, really healthy. So when you've eaten all the pies and the fat and the
sugar.
sweets and you just want a sort of cleansing experience.
Yes.
So that is exactly what this soup is, but it's also hearty, and it's a great way to use up those leftovers. So we're going to start off with water sautéing.
Water saute. Water saute.
Now, what we do is...
Please explain that to
Okay,
us.
I like to water saute, which means that I'm going to fry my onions and vegetables in water rather than oil because it is healthier.
Yes, okay.
All right, so all I'm going to do, that's bubbling away there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put in half a cup of water, and then I'm going to put in a chopped or minced medium onion. Have I got my potatoes? I need my potatoes here.
Potatoes are coming.
Potatoes.
I'll look in
While
the
we're
magic
waiting for the
fridge.
potatoes, I am going to put in my corn, and I have shucked 3 ears of corn.
3, okay.
So we've got the onion and the corn, and it's all going to get beautifully water sautéed in here.
You can use canned corn too, right? Because sometimes you can't get fresh corn
Absolutely.
back east when it's so cold.
No, actually, no. But don't worry.
We'll put it
what
here.
will be going in there, and we might find it and bring it along if it's somewhere,
Oh, here we are.
is cubed potato.
There they are.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
yes. Thank you so much. We have cubed potato.
Do you want to strain it? Can I have a strainer?
Do we have a strainer?
Yes.
Thank
Let's
you.
strain
This
it.
is all very efficient here.
Here we go.
There we
Thank
go.
you. This is what it's all about. That's
No
right.
one accused us of being prepared.
Yes, yes.
No, exactly.
Organized,
There we are.
but not
So that
prepared.
goes in water saute.
Now, how long are you going to
Now,
water saute
I'm going to
this?
water saute for about 2 minutes. So it's
right.
not until the potatoes are cooked necessarily. It is just until the vegetables are tenderized.
All right.
Because the next step is, once those have been water sauteed, I love that word,
I do too.
is we are then going to put in 4 cups of broth or stock.
Can you make the stock from the turkey?
You absolutely can.
All right,
That would be the
all right.
best case scenario.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, you can use boxed or canned veggie stock or chicken stock. Now, if you want this to be vegetarian, this whole recipe,
Mary Lou
obviously,
has to have
Mary
a
Lou,
vegetarian.
exactly.
Yes.
Now, let me just show you the next thing. So the next thing that's going in there is quinoa.
You'd like that?
Quinoa, I love. Quinoa is one of my favorite things to cook
Protein.
with because it is very high in protein. It has 8.5 grams of protein per cup of quinoa. And it also has a lot of phytonutrients. It's very healthy, is it not?
Yes.
Love
And look,
cooking. I use it
every
instead of
time I
rice.
see when you use this, I keep thinking birdseed. I look
Well,
at that. It's so.
it looks like birdseed, and this is different coloured quinoa here. You can get just plain or different coloured, but anyway, it is not birdseed.
No, I
Mark.
know.
So
I
that
know.
is going to
I'm
go
learning.
in the pot with the stock. Then simply, oh, hang on, this is the most, Mark, this is the most important thing for you because you love spicy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to put in chipotle paste.
Oh, kick it
This
up.
gives it a kick. And what I love is that you want a different kind of flavour with this soup. You don't want your Thanksgiving-y flavours. We're giving this a southwestern flavour. Now, let me show you you how I make this.
And where can you find this?
You find this in the Asian section of your local grocery store. You get a can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. You puree it in the blender, put it in a sealed container in your fridge. It will keep up to 6 months in your refrigerator. It is a brilliant ingredient.
Don't you think?
Because it gives, it's a brilliant ingredient because it gives soups and stews a lovely smoky kick.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put in about a teaspoon. For Mark, you might want a couple of teaspoons because
Yes,
I know
I
you
would.
love nice spicy food. Let's
love
put
it when it
in
fights back.
about a teaspoon of salt. We'll put in about half a teaspoon of pepper, just eyeball it. That goes on there. We're going to leave that there to simmer on a medium heat for 15 minutes. Now, Mark, calm down.
We both tasted it.
You both are. You're such children at you two. You actually tasted
I didn't realize it was that spicy.
Now,
Help with the potatoes.
let me tell
Thanks,
you.
Woody. I
Mark's
trusted
gone
you.
red.
I trusted you.
All right, now
Wow.
then, now let me show you. This, now we have this, it is now cooked. As you can see, the quinoa gives this chowder a lovely chewy texture, much like something like barley would. The last thing that you're going to add is your cubed leftover turkey. And then you've got this thick, hearty, healthy, delicious. Let's just bowl it up here because I just want to show you. It's so quick to make.
Just you describing it makes it sound delicious. When you talk about it.
And then, let me just show you. It's actually almost more, my husband said it's almost more like a stew. It's very, very filling. You want some of
Yeah, leave that for me, and you can.
I have my
I'll
spoon.
take it.
Hang on,
Oh, we're not done.
Wait, we're going to actually just garnish. Now, because you've got the southwestern flair with the chipotle, you just put a little slice of lime.
How beautiful.
And I like to put, it's delicious with some avocado.
That looks so beautiful. Look how
see
big.
that?
There you are.
What?
Get away
Would
from
you
me.
like some
You
to see
you
that?
gave me the fire
I know,
stuff.
that is so.
Okay, let's try. Here we go.
And you can try yours.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Go ahead. Can we get a close up of that?
Oh, this is good.
This is really good.
It's so good, isn't it? Because it's
You know what? It's light and flavorful and has just a little bit of a kick. It's really,
and
really
it has the
good.
chewy quinoa.
Very good.
Just make it, and make double the amount of it, and then just freeze it because it freezes beautifully.
You
as
know
well.
what? The next day you don't want to eat a lot of food, but then when you eat it, you'll have at least 2 bowls of this, and then you don't have to feel guilty about it. It's really
and
delicious.
in the evening, you're sort of hungry, even though, actually, do you find sometimes that eating a lot makes you more hungry the next day?
Yes.
I think it stretches your stomach.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
And my waistline.
And
It does.
And your bottom.
And your bottom, yes, and your bottom.
I'm gonna sample this
That is
because,
really
but
good.
it is good. Have some because I'm hanging off for the.
Yes, I'm
I
going
got a
to-
little room for the next one coming out
Yes.
because we're gonna take a break and when we come back. We have another turkey leftover recipe for you. It's called turkey coconut curry.
My favorite. Here, have one.
I can't. We are back with Sophie Uliano. We're gonna get our turkey.
Our curry on. We're going to get our curry on.
Curry.
Yes.
I'm salivating already over it. Before we get into the business side of things, Mary Lou, you're okay over there? You okay?
Yeah.
Just want to make
Yes,
sure.
She's fine.
It is time that we announce our winner for the last week's contest and talk about the new one coming up. As you know, we give a fantastic trip away, a dream vacation for 2 every week, and last week's contest was a trip to Los Angeles, and we have the randomly selected winner on Skype now joining us. Please welcome Mary Salafia from Newington,
look at her.
Connecticut.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you? It's so nice to talk to you.
Oh, good to talk to you too.
I hear you watch the show every day.
Oh, yes. I tape it and watch it as soon as I get home from work.
How did it feel to find out that you were randomly selected and you're a winner and you're coming to our house here in Los Angeles?
I've been in shock since I found out. I still can't believe it.
I understand that you take care of the elderly in your home. You also have 2 sons, 27 and 30, and you adopted a son at age 28.
Is he?
Yes, I didn't officially adopt him, but I took him in because he didn't have any place to go.
Oh,
That is so wonderful.
it's so nice that we're going to have you here in our home with such a generous heart. And what are you interested in? What are the things that you like to do?
I love to bake. I bake every Christmas for my family and friends, and I bake thousands of cookies, and whoever wants them takes them.
Oh, will you bring us a good recipe maybe we can share or use?
I would love to. I love to bake.
Well, we have some wonderful things planned for you when you get here, and we can't wait to see you.
And it's been quite a while. I understand that you've actually packed up your bags and jumped on a plane and went somewhere on a vacation.
Over 30 years.
Wow.
30 years? Oh, that's wonderful, and we get to celebrate with you.
Yeah,
and
you
you
get to
come
come
out.
and spend a day here, starting here on the set, and so many wonderful things that we have planned.
Yeah, and have you been to Los Angeles before?
No, I've only been to Florida. I've never been anywhere else.
Well, we're gonna just put the lights on and we're gonna make the city twinkle for you. It's so much fun out here, and the weather's fantastic, most of the time. Most
today.
of the time. Yeah, right. Well, congratulations, and by the way, how did you play often the sweepstakes?
I played from the very first day. I haven't missed anything. I've watched it from the very first show.
Oh, that's so
not,
great.
yeah, that's
Yeah, well,
fantastic.
can't wait to see you. All
yeah,
right.
well, Mary, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for being a viewer of Our Home and Family, and we can't wait to share Our Home and Family and our TV show experience
In
with you
our
when you
kitchen.
come out
We're
in our
gonna get
kitchen.
you in the kitchen.
We're going to get you in the kitchen. Bye, Mary. We'll see you soon. Yes.
All right, so now that
We are, by the way, continuing this week's trip sweepstakes, where you could win a fun jet vacation. Vacations getaway for two. This time, we're heading to Las Vegas with accommodations at the Monte Carlo Resort and Casino, plus tickets to see the Blue Man Group, courtesy of Fun Jet Vacations. You'll do something you'll never forget. A popular destination for guests from all over the world. The winner gets to stay at the Monte Carlo Resort and Casino, and it combines the elegance of a palace with the excitement and entertainment of Las Vegas. You'll step into a world of imported marble and crystal chandeliers to experience upscale restaurants and lovely guest rooms, and it's all nestled in the heart of Las Vegas's world-famous Strip. It offers a unique hideaway after a day on the town. Now, listen, to enter, all you have to do is listen for the clue words that will be given during the show, and once you've identified both of those clue words, you go to our website, which is hallmarkchannel.com/home and family, and you can register. The contest continues today, which is Tuesday, November 20th, and ends tomorrow, Wednesday, November 21st at 12 o'clock midnight Pacific time. Now, on to that curry dish that I've been so waiting for.
So the curry is masterful, I must say, after Thanksgiving, because you've got a house full of guests. You'll surprise them with a curry. They're not expecting that lovely flavor, curryish flavor. Now this, again, super, super quick and easy to make. We are going to use grapeseed oil to fry with.
Because?
Because grapeseed oil, this I'm not very accustomed, there we go. I'm a little worried about the heat here. This is perfect. Because grapeseed oil has a very high smoke point. Now, when you are frying anything, you want to try and use, I'm putting in onion here, you want to use oil with a very high smoke point, because oils like olive oil that have a low smoke point, once they reach their smoke point, they'll start releasing free radicals, which are very, very unhealthy. The oil degrades. And there are a few oils, and one of them is grapeseed, another is coconut oil, which is a really, really great oil to fry with. So let me tell you what's going on here, because this is a little bit too hot here. So I'm taking it off.
Can I ask you a question about the oil, though? Does it, because I'm not a big grape.
Right. I know what you're going to say. Does it taste so great?
Yeah.
No. The great thing about grapeseed oil is it's a neutral oil.
Okay.
So if you're cooking a curry, you want a neutral oil. You don't want an olive oil or a peanut oil. You want grapeseed oil. Perfect.
Peanut oil tastes like peanut, and olive oil has a very fruity flavor.
Yeah, but this is neutral, high smoke point. So I've got in my onion. Now the next thing I am going to put in is I'm going to put in a teaspoon of freshly grated ginger, because it's curry. And I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of curry powder, but if you want it really strong, obviously you can put in a little bit more.
We'll put it in, we like it strong and spicy.
Yes, and this stage, you want to put it in at this stage when you're frying the onions, because it releases the flavor of the curry powder and the ginger. All right, so have we got that so far?
Yes,
we got it. Right, the next thing.
You smell that?
So good.
Now, the next thing that's going in.
I like curry.
You like curry.
Okay.
So the next thing that's going in is the veggies. Now, here's the thing with the veggies. When you have got a lot of veggies to use up in your crisper drawer, I always make a curry because it's so quick and simple, and it's a great way to use up vegetables. Here I have cubed parsnips, because you might have those left over from Thanksgiving. Sure. Everybody's got carrots in their crisper drawer, so they can go in very generic. I love mushrooms in a curry.
There it is. That is your first clue word.
I have no idea. We're gonna stay with us, Mary Lou.
Stay with us. Stay with us. Now,
Mushroom is your first clue word, so you have to have that. And our second one, which will come up later in the show, to register for that Dream Vacation sweepstakes.
Now here comes the creamy coconut yummy bit. So we got in our vegetables. Now the next thing I'm going to put in is I have got a cup of coconut milk from a can, but use whole coconut. They sell low fat. I like whole because it makes it a little bit creamy.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Sorry,
my bad.
Mark and Christine, I'm putting a lid on this, and I'm going to gently simmer it on a medium heat for about 15 minutes, so that the vegetables will be nice and tender. Now, just prior to serving it, maybe a couple of minutes prior to serving, I am going to put in my leftover turkey, like so. And then I'm also going to, let's just give that a little mix in, season it, about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon, maybe a little less of pepper. You can just eyeball that. And then we are going to finally put in a little bit of spinach. I've got about 2 cups of baby spinach there, and you're going to let the whole thing simmer, and all these beautiful smells will fill your kitchen. And then, as you see here, we have one that is complete. Like so. Beautiful. Beautiful, creamy, warming. And what I am going to suggest...
See, Mary Lou, we have actually a magic stove here.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can... You can't buy those things. Those are magical.
Now, I'm going to suggest that you serve basmati rice with this, because basmati rice is a really nice light rice. It's beautiful with curries.
It looks like you seasoned it with something. Did you cook it
Well,
in
you
broth?
can put in a little... You can cook it in a little broth. You can put in a little bit of cilantro into it, which makes it delicious. Mark, do you want to try some too?
Are you kidding? Did you ask me if I wanted to try some
Mark,
too?
this is your portion.
It should be more. Thank you very much.
This is your portion.
Now, I know I would ask you, Mary Lou, if you want some, but you're vegan, right?
Right,
so
right.
you can't. But you could do this.
What I love about this is that people, just when people are like sick of the same old leftovers, you know, the turkey, making the sandwich and stuff like that, this is something where you can still use what's left over, but it's a completely different flavor that you've added.
Outside the palette of expected flavors and whatnot over
And also,
Thanksgiving.
don't you get sick of sandwiches? Turkey sandwiches. They just...
Yeah.
And again, very, very healthy. Very light, healthy dish.
Fantastic. I love when you come by the show. You always bring some of the greatest things.
Thank
If you want to share in our delight, you can get Sophie's recipes and DIY ideas at her website, which is gorgeouslygreen.com. I'm going to... Well, you got your mouth full, so I'll do this next part. But next time, I'm going to eat, and you're going
to sit down with comedian Kate Flannery, and you're not going to want to miss that. Oh, this is so...
She's got her mouth full,
Our skin is actually our biggest organ. In fact, my uncle always teases me and he says, your epidermis is showing. And it's very important to take care of it. And here to show us how to make that easier with some organic exfoliators is healthy beauty expert Sophie Uliano.
Thank you. Now, I'm really excited to show you some of these recipes today. This one, the two that I'm going to show you are exfoliators. They are amazing because they're non-toxic, they're organic, but the best thing is that they are really inexpensive to make because you're going to make them with products that you have at home already.
This has got to be so much better than going to the salon because that is so expensive.
Oh, it's so expensive. So the first thing is, why exfoliate? Well, we want smooth skin, obviously, and we want to slough off the dead skin cells because otherwise you're literally just sticking dead skin cells back onto your face with moisturizer.
Oh.
No, gross. So the first one is an AHA mask. AHA is alpha hydroxy acids, also known as fruit acids.
And what is that?
You would pay an arm and a leg for this in a regular store. You are going to take simply 1 papaya, half a pineapple. And you're going to juice them.
That's our second clue word.
Second clue.
That's our second clue word for the day. So the first one was glaze.
And the second one is papaya.
Go to the website, not now, but when the show's over, and make sure you register.
Your keyword.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take those and you're going to juice them in a juicer. If you haven't got a juicer, put them in a mortar and pestle and strain them.
So those acids are in this fruit.
They're in the fruit. They're the most effective acids for your skin.
And what do they do for your skin?
They basically will strip off, slough off the dead skin cells and get rid of deeply ingrained dirt and grime and sun damage. So then you're going to pour your juice in an ice tray. Then when you're ready, obviously leave it overnight. Pop an ice cube. Would you like to try it, Mark?
You have this many exfoliators.
You
as many as you can make in the ice cube
and
tray.
this is loads of treatments. This is 8, 12 weeks worth of treatments.
Okay.
Now, Mark, I know this is frightening for you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
I know.
right now.
I do this on my husband for his sun damage.
Okay.
Now, what you do is, and you can do it in front of the TV as well. See, it feels very cold.
Yeah.
But look, I'm just going to do that rather than all over. Now, how does it feel, Mark?
Cold.
Cold.
Oh, yeah.
And
No.
what it'll do, we'll get back to Mark in a second because it'll dry and it'll start to tingle, which means it's doing its thing. Now, would you like me to show you the exfoliator? Sorry,
That's okay. I feel like my 8-year-old who has no idea has food all over his face.
For 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
For Mark, 10 minutes. Now, the next thing is, this is a daily exfoliating
This one's
scrub.
weekly because it's much stronger.
Weekly, good for sun damage. This is every single day. I love this because when you make this scrub, you would pay an arm and leg for it in a store 5 cents. 5 cents for
per
this.
application.
Yes. No, for the whole jar.
Whoa.
So what you are going to use is instant oatmeal. You're going to put in 1 cup of instant oatmeal. You're going to put in 1 tablespoon of powdered milk, which contains lactic acid, which is an amazing exfoliator. Then 1 teaspoon of cornmeal.
What does the cornmeal do?
It's a great exfoliator. Also, optional, I like to put in dried lavender flowers from my yard. You simply mix it up like so. Mix it very well, and then you put it in any old container, spilling it everywhere, any old container, and keep it in the shower. Now, when you're ready to use it, you just empty out simply a tablespoon in the palm of your hand, add a little bit of water from the shower to make a paste, circular motions over your face, over your face. No, we don't have to do that. But over your face, your neck, and your chest, and then rinse it all off in the shower, and your skin will feel incredible.
And you can do this every day.
Every single day. And as I say, a big container like this, or even bigger, will cost you about 5 cents.
That's incredible. And don't forget your neck and your chest.
Face, your neck, your décolleté. And also your hands as well. Actually, going back to Mark for a second, very important with this papaya mask on the backs of your hands, because that's where we see a lot of sun damage. This is amazing. How does it feel, Mark?
Actually, I smell really good right now.
It
does.
It
It
does
does
tingle.
have a little bit of a tingle to it.
Yeah. And so he'll leave that on, but obviously all over, and his décolleté as well.
And so peels like this in the salon run people how much?
Well, it'll run $100 and up.
Wow.
And in the salon.
In the salon?
Yes, and in the salon you're having what's called a glycolic peel or an AHA peel, and that's how much it costs. How much does this cost? Well, the cost of a papaya and a pineapple.
And it's delicious.
And oh yes, and
it's organic, so it's significantly healthier. You're not putting chemicals and toxins into your skin, which of course seep into your bloodstream.
And I will say that a lot of the chemical peels that you'll find at a salon sometimes contain a lot of toxic chemicals, so you want to be really careful. As you said, our skin is the largest organ of our body. And over 60% of what we put on it absorbs straight into our blood.
Did you say how often we need to do this process?
Once a week.
This part once a week?
This part once a week,
This you can do every single day.
And this you do every single day. Just keep it in your shower. It's so easy. And if you want to add the lavender, which I love, it smells amazing as well.
But you don't have to. That's not part of the exfoliant.
No, that's optional. That is
Lavender is optional.
Yes.
For these recipes, you can go to our website, and you can also go to gorgeouslygreen.com. And you'll have all kinds of info for us, right, Sophie?
All kinds of recipes and info, yes.
Thank you so much. This was great.
We'll be right back, and my face will be completely clean, and I'll feel fresh.
And rid of sun damage.
And rid of all sun damage.
Stick around. Do I leave it on?